Jeff Kirui, KTN.
In response to rising concerns over fake news and rampant social media activism in Kenya, a new bill has been tabled in Parliament, seeking to ban the use of pseudonymous accounts on digital platforms. The proposed law, sponsored by Aldai Member of Parliament Marianne Kitani, aims to compel all social media users to verify their accounts using their national identity documents. It also mandates internet service providers to monitor user activity and submit annual reports to the Communication Authority. If passed, Kenya will join Uganda and Tanzania in enforcing strict online regulations measures. As Winfrey Owino reports, critics say the move could infringe on privacy and freedom of expression.
Social media is no longer just a tool, it's a way of life. In the country, for example, it's growing at lightning speed, driven by a mobile-first, youth-dominated population that's always online. But now, Aldai MP Marianne Kitani wants to tighten the reins. She has tabled a controversial bill in Parliament seeking to compel internet providers to monitor and report on the online activity of all users annually.
I think it's a good move because people will be cautious on what they'll be posting on social media. There are going to be bad content on social media.
Dubbed the Kenya Information and Communications Amendment Bill of 2025, its goal is to shield minors from explicit content, and if passed, social media users will have to verify their age using national IDs. But not everyone is convinced. Digital rights advocate Demas Kiprono says the bill is too extreme and a threat to privacy and freedom of expression. According to Kiprono, the government's move is an overkill because there is no guarantee for data privacy, noting that the bill will infringe on Kenyans' rights of freedom of expression and right to privacy.
So, under the Constitution, any limitation on rights must be legal, so must be specific and concise, must pursue a legitimate aim. Usually the legitimate aim should be national security, public order, public health, and so on and so forth.
If passed, Kenya will join regional neighbors that have ramped up online regulation, with Kiprono warning it could turn the country into a digital surveillance state.
Tanzania has very stringent cybercrimes laws that have all but closed down online activity, especially whistleblowing, has closed down journalism. Every person who has a blog must register their blog to the state. Kenya has tried to regulate social media before, and we argued at that time also that that was unnecessary.
The bill proposes sweeping changes, and if passed, all users, both existing and new, will need to verify their age with a national ID before accessing platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. For that to be achieved, content and application service providers will be required to roll out mandatory age verification mechanisms for all users. Mobile service providers will also have to ensure full registration of SIM card users. The Aldai lawmaker argues that the measures put in place by specific platforms requiring users to input their age are often bypassed by keying in false dates and pseudonyms, making the measures ineffective. If implemented, Kenya will join other nations that restrict social media access to underage users. In Tanzania, internet laws impose strict content controls, mandatory licensing, and heavy surveillance with steep penalties for non-compliance. Uganda's internet laws combine data protection measures with stringent controls on online speech and behavior by particularly tightening restrictions on internet use, criminalizing various online activities with harsh penalties. Kenya has over 15 million social media users as of January this year, representing a 26% of the total population, with the most popular platforms being Facebook, WhatsApp, X, formerly Twitter, and TikTok.
Social media is a source of livelihood for different families across the country. Now, the Kenyan social media space has slowly morphed into a toxic space populated with AI-generated images, hate speech, incitement, and at times, cyberbullying. Now, the government is moving in to regulate this sector to ensure there is responsible sharing of content online. As to whether this will be used as a moral cop or as a way of infringing on the freedom of expression of citizens, time will tell. Winfrey Owino, KTN, Nairobi.